This is why your legs feel weaker after 60. The process doesn't happen all at once, and most people don't notice the gradual changes until a simple task suddenly feels harder than it used to. Maybe it's climbing a flight of stairs that leaves you more winded than you expected, or rising from a chair that requires you to steady yourself with your arms. Over time, the legs that once carried you with ease begin to feel less reliable. One of the biggest reasons behind this change is the natural decline of muscle mass that comes with aging, a process called sarcopenia. Starting in your 30s and 40s, the body begins to lose small amounts of muscle each year. In youth, this isn't obvious because strength reserves are high and activity levels are usually greater. But by the time you reach your 60s, the losses add up. A person who doesn't actively counteract this decline may have lost up to 30% of their muscle mass compared to their younger self. Since the legs contain some of the largest muscles in the body, the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, the weakness often shows up there first. This weakening is not just about losing size. The quality of the remaining muscle fibers also changes. With age, fast twitch fibers, the ones responsible for explosive movements like getting up quickly or catching yourself from falling, decrease in number. Slow twitch fibers, which help with endurance, tend to stick around longer, but they cannot fully compensate for the loss. This shift means you may still manage to walk long distances, but activities that require quick bursts of power, like stepping onto a high curb or reacting to uneven ground, feel more difficult. In addition to sarcopenia, there are neurological changes that affect leg strength. The connection between the brain, spinal cord, and muscles isn't as smooth as it once was. Nerves that control muscle movement can degrade, and the body doesn't replace them efficiently. This causes muscles to receive fewer signals, which translates into slower reactions and less coordinated movements. As a result, tasks that once felt automatic now require more conscious effort, and fatigue sets in faster. Another reason your legs feel weaker after 60 is the gradual loss of bone density. The skeleton acts as the foundation for muscle activity. When bones become thinner and more brittle, a condition known as osteopenia or osteoporosis, the entire system becomes less stable. The body instinctively protects fragile bones by reducing physical output. You may feel like your legs don't have the same drive, when in reality, your body is limiting its own strength to safeguard against injury. Joints also play a major role. Decades of movement, small injuries, and wear and tear accumulate in the knees, hips, and ankles. Cartilage wears down, inflammation may set in, and arthritis becomes more common. When joints hurt or feel stiff, you naturally reduce movement. Over time, this creates a vicious cycle. Pain leads to less activity, which leads to further muscle loss, which then makes the pain worse. The end result is a noticeable weakness that is both physical and psychological. You begin to distrust your own legs. Circulation is another factor not to be overlooked. The cardiovascular system ages along with the rest of the body. Arteries may harden, the heart may pump less efficiently, and blood flow to the muscles can decline. Since muscles need oxygen and nutrients to function, reduced circulation makes your legs feel heavier and weaker, especially during exertion. This is why many people over 60 describe a sensation of dragging their legs or having less stamina when walking uphill. Hormones add yet another layer. Testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone all decline with age, and each plays a role in maintaining muscle strength and repair. Lower hormone levels make it harder to build or preserve muscle, even if you exercise. This doesn't mean progress is impossible. It just means the body requires more deliberate effort to achieve the same results it once did naturally. Lifestyle choices across decades also catch up with you after 60. If you spent most of your life sitting at a desk or avoiding physical activity, your muscles never built the resilience they needed to withstand aging. On the other hand, if you were active in earlier years, you may retain more strength in it, but inactivity later in life still accelerates the decline. The phrase "use it or lose it" is particularly true for your legs. Walking, climbing, standing, and lifting keep muscles strong, but long periods of sitting or lying down allow them to atrophy at a faster pace. Nutrition is closely tied to all of this. Older adults often consume fewer calories and less protein, whether due to reduced appetite, changes in taste, or digestive issues. Without adequate protein, muscles cannot repair themselves, and without key nutrients like vitamin D and calcium, bones and nerves suffer. Even mild dehydration, which becomes more common with age as the sense of thirst diminishes, can make the legs feel tired and weak. All these factors, muscle loss, nerve decline, bone changes, joint issues, circulation, hormones, lifestyle, and nutrition, combine to create the sensation of weaker legs after 60. Yet weakness is not inevitable in the way many people think. While you cannot stop aging, you can slow its effects dramatically with targeted habits. Strength training is the most effective defense. Simple exercises like squats, lunges, and leg presses rebuild muscle fibers and retrain the nervous system. Even resistance bands or body weight movements performed consistently can make a huge difference. Balance training, such as standing on one leg or practicing yoga poses, helps reinforce the brain-muscle connection and reduces the risk of falls. Walking remains one of the most accessible activities. It strengthens bones, improves circulation, and maintains joint mobility. In addition, paying attention to nutrition ensures the muscles have what they need to function. A diet rich in lean protein, whole grains, healthy fats, and plenty of vegetables supports both muscle and bone health. Supplements such as vitamin D and omega-3s can help where diet falls short, but the foundation should always be real food. Hydration is just as critical. Drinking water regularly keeps muscles and joints functioning optimally. Managing joint health is also key. Low-impact exercises like swimming or cycling reduce stress on knees and hips while still strengthening the legs. Stretching, gentle mobility work, and in some cases physical therapy keep joints flexible and reduce stiffness. For those with arthritis, medical guidance combined with consistent movement prevents further decline. It's important to recognize that psychological factors matter too. Fear of falling or of injuring oneself often leads older adults to avoid movement. Unfortunately, this avoidance accelerates weakness. Building confidence through gradual exercise, safe environments, and professional support can break the cycle. The brain needs reassurance that the body can still move safely, and once that confidence grows, the legs often feel stronger. Sleep, often overlooked, also plays a role in leg strength after 60. Deep rest allows the body to repair tissues, balance hormones, and reduce inflammation. Poor sleep, which becomes more common with age, disrupts these processes and contributes to weakness. Prioritizing good sleep hygiene can make a noticeable difference in how strong your legs feel day to day. Finally, genetics and medical conditions can influence leg strength. Some people inherit a predisposition for stronger muscles, while others may face challenges like diabetes, which affects circulation and nerve health. Medications can also have side effects that reduce muscle efficiency. While these factors are not always controllable, knowing about them allows individuals to take proactive steps in other areas to compensate. In the end, your legs feel weaker after 60 because of a combination of biology and lifestyle. The decline is natural, but not absolute. Understanding why it happens is the first step toward fighting back. The human body is remarkably adaptable, even in later decades of life. With consistent strength training, proper nutrition, active living, and mindful care of joints and circulation, you can preserve a surprising amount of power in your legs. Many people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond still walk, climb, and move with strength that defies the stereotype of aging. Weakness may whisper to you after 60, but it doesn't have to dictate your story. Each step you take toward maintaining your health strengthens not just your legs, but your independence and confidence in the years ahead.